Our traditional multi-tiered decentralized support system, while being an example for all, has been overburdened with this dependence on a manual model of information system management. The reliance on paper and physical information transaction is so entrenched, improving governance has been a challenge. Much of the delays the judiciary faces can be attributed to the cumbersome paperwork and filing systems that form courtwork. The amount of money and time involved in maintaining file storage is also tremendous. Justice delayed is justice denied, and without the tools for a speedy trial, administration of justice will remain a long, drawn-out process. Once the courts are digitized, access to the justice system becomes boundless, easy and fast. It also helps the system to be paperless, transparent and integrated with other stakeholders. In short, a well-functioning information management system. While e-governance and recent technologies, advancements take place of human efforts and paper, the path forward will be hard and requires hand-holding and strong leadership. I am very happy that the E-Committee of the Honorable Supreme Court has taken the lead and welcome the initiative of introducing e-filing and video conferencing in all the courts in the country. The E-Committee of the High Court of Kerala has developed a module for e-filing. Judiciary, advocates, advocate clerks, clients, and other departments have realized the value of this work in the wake of the pandemic COVID-19. I wish great success to this endeavor and hope that advocates and all other stakeholders willingly support and use the e-filing system to its maximum. More things have to be done, but I strongly believe that we are moving in the right direction, and take this opportunity to congratulate my brother judges and the dedicated staff who have endeavored on this epoch-making project in taking our courts paperless, decrease pendency and bring relief to citizens.
Thank you, Chief, for your valuable message. Hello everyone, welcome you all to view this presentation on e-filing module. Hope you would appreciate the efforts taken by the E-Committee of Kerala High Court in presenting this video demo on e-filing module. During this difficult time, migration and transition from physical environment to online environment was not difficult. You all experienced it. None need not to feel that they are in the race of competition. It is all about changing our mindsets and thought process. You have to be realistic in coming with terms of changes happening with technology, with the aid of technology. E-Committee of the Supreme Court have formulated various projects for introduction in the state judiciary. One of the such projects is e-filing module. Our High Court is ready with launch of bail module in e-filing. The very idea of this presentation is to familiarize the lawyers and litigants with the steps and process involved in e-filing in bail module. E-Seva Kendra in the Kerala High Court would also help you in clearing your doubts in regard to the e-filing module. My brother Raja Vijayaraghavan will give you a presentation how the seamless data transmission flows from inception till the delivery of service. Hope this demo will help you in guiding e-filing procedure in the Kerala High Court. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Mr. I've been asked to introduce the new online e-filing system developed by the E-Committee of the High Court with the assistance of the IT team that we have out here. Before I introduce, I'll have to recognize the efforts of the advocates, the advocate clerks, etc., and all other persons who have assisted us in developing this module. The foremost question that will come to your mind is, when we talk about e-filing, is why? Why do we require e-filing in the Kerala High Court? We had a fantastic system out here, wherein cases come up on the next date of filing and orders are pronounced expeditiously. There is no pendency, etc., etc. These are the things that you might have in your mind. My task is to tell you as to why we went for e-filing, what advantages e-filing has over the earlier system, for which we prepared a presentation with the assistance of my friends. I'll take you briefly through the presentation so that you will have a good idea as to the efforts which have been put in by us to make it smooth and streamlined, so that every stakeholder gets the fruits of our joint efforts. Now I will briefly take you through the presentation so that you will get a good idea as to the advantages, immense advantages of the new online system. Welcome to the presentation of the e-filing system. Now, we have prepared the presentation in a particular fashion. Now, initially, I will just narrate as to how bail applications are being filed in the Kerala High Court at this particular point of time. I'll also, and the next stage, I'll show how the e-filing module is going to drastically change the procedure to the advantage of the judges, lawyers, clerks, etc. Now, as you can see from the first screen itself, now normally bail applications are filed when a particular person apprehends arrest, or in cases wherein the person is incarcerated. Relatives may approach the lawyer for filing an anticipatory bail or a regular bail. The existing procedure is 3 copies are to be prepared, hard copies. 1 copy will have to be served to the public prosecutor. He will make an endorsement and return the copy. The counsel produce it before the registry. If no defects are noted, the cause list is prepared, and on the next day it comes up for admission before the judge concerned. Inevitably, in all cases, the people will seek for instructions. We have made it in such a fashion now that in case of anticipatory bails, the cases are posted after 7 days. In case of regular bail applications, it is posted after 3 or 4 days. Immediately thereafter, simultaneously, the PP gets instructions from the concerned police station. Normally, the police station responds very promptly, and the copies, the prosecution records, are transmitted to the public prosecutor. He may also give his objections in granting bail. In almost all cases, the officer deputes a police officer from the concerned station to come and meet the public prosecutor. Maybe the person is in the police station is in the northern part of Kerala or in the southern part. They'll have to travel hundreds of kilometers to reach here. That too with a case diary. There may be cases in which, for some obscure reason, the investigating officer will be prevented from, will have some difficulties in approaching the public prosecutor and giving instruction. That happens very often. What happens then is the case is adjourned to another day. We'll have to bear in mind that all during this period, the person in prison will be lying in prison. As soon as the instructions are received and after hearing both sides, the judge will dictate the order, which is typed by the stenographer, corrected by the judge. The judge then signs the order and it is transmitted to the concerned section. When the lawyer files an application, after remitting the requisite fee, a physical copy of the order is delivered. The client can collect the order from the advocate. In most of the cases, the client will have to come directly to the High Court, get a copy of the order, and travel back to his place wherever it is, maybe hundreds of kilometers away, and then present the order before the magistrate, who, after ascertaining from the sureties whether the documents are genuine or not, will enlarge the accused on bail. This is the existing system. Now let us come to the new system, which I may term it as fantastic. Very lot of efforts have gone into. Now, as for the new system, there is a dashboard. The judge has a dashboard, the party has a dashboard, the GP has a dashboard where you can register yourself. The firm or the party in person, anybody can register. You will get a registration number. As soon as you get a registration number, you can prepare the bail application and transmit it online. No requirement of any printouts, no hard copies, etc., etc. What happens to the payment of fees? You can sit in the comfort of your home and pay the fee, whatever it is, by BEAM or using a credit card. If there is a defect, you are intimated then and there, and you can correct it and resubmit. Now, if it is in the new system, what happens is the entire data of the case is entered. The metadata, for those people who know it, the metadata is entered. It enables the registry to categorize the cases in whatever manner they want. They can retrieve the cases also easily. Now, the greatest advantage is, as soon as the case is numbered, it is posted for admission. As and when the copy is received, you should just bear in mind, copy is received. The copy of the bail application goes to the dashboard of the PP, the concerned station, the senior officer, the SP, concerned SP, or to the prison. Everybody receives a copy saying that such and such a bail application has been filed before the High Court. When the case comes up, immediately on receipt of intimation from the PP, the entire records, like the remand application, the objection, the FIR, the wound certificate, postmortem certificate, whichever records can be transmitted directly by the investigating officer to the public prosecutor. He need not come to the High Court physically. He need not bring the case diary. He can sit in the police station and transmit the records. The public prosecutor, on receipt of the records, can easily transmit the records, whatever records, to the dashboard of the judge. As soon as when the case is being heard, the judge can peruse the documents which are there in his dashboard and pass his orders. The greatest advantage this system has is that on the next day of filing of the bail application itself, the judge has access to the entire documents and he can pass his orders on the next day itself. Just imagine, in the earlier system, when it took 10 or 15 or 20 days for a bail application to be considered and orders to be passed, in this system, you get the order on the next day itself. Now, when the order is typed by the judge, now in this present system, it is digitally signed and it is uploaded to the server. In the order itself, you can find a QR code. If an order of a High Court is there with a QR code, with your ordinary mobile phone, whichever it is, you can scan it and ascertain whether the order is genuine, because as soon as you scan it, you will be taken directly to the server, High Court server. So you can check on the authenticity of the order itself. As soon as the order is digitally signed by the judge and the same is uploaded in the server, a copy of the same is received by the jurisdictional magistrate, the concerned police station, the entire stakeholders, the prison, the counsel concerned, the advocate, everybody can access it. Now, the greatest advantage is, on the same day itself, magistrate gets a copy of the order. The party need not take the order directly from Ernakulam to Parashala or Manjesharam or wherever. The magistrate gets a copy of the order. On receipt of the order, magistrate, when the sureties appear before him, since the entire system is scheduled to be linked to the Revenue and Registration Department, magistrate can look peruse the documents, the tax receipts, revenue records, and certify its authenticity. The magistrate can understand that the documents are genuine, and he can release the accused on bail. What are the advantages? It's a win-win situation for all. Access to justice. Any person sitting in Kasaragod can file a bail application. He need not travel to the High Court. Now, speedy justice. I have already reiterated, on the next day itself, you can get an order. Therefore, no person will be in prison unwantedly, or no unwarranted detention in prison. Absolute transparency. You can get a copy of the order. You can everything is transparent. Nobody can say that the records were not produced by the judge, because the entire records are transmitted to the dashboard. And another great advantage is the interoperability with the prosecution agencies, the prison, the investigating officer, the superior officer, the forensic lab, and every other department dealing with law and justice is linked to the system. Therefore, there is incredible saving of money, manpower, resources. Just imagine a situation wherein the entire case diary is brought by a policeman from Manjesharam to High Court. There is no need for that in the excess system. The amount of money saved is humongous. This is the short presentation that I've done. Now, if a beautiful tutorial has been prepared by my friend, and they will take you so that you will understand the manner in which the e-filing is to be done. Thanks a lot.
Now, we shall explain how to file a bail application online using the e-filing system. At first, open any browser of your choice, Google or Firefox. In the address tab of the browser, type ecourts.kerala.gov.in. Right now, the e-filing can only be accessed through this URL. However, an e-filing link will be provided shortly in the High Court website as well. Once you enter the website, click on the e-filing link provided on the top left corner of the website. Once you click on the e-filing link, you will be redirected to the login page, where you have to enter the username, password, and the verification code. If you are not already a registered user, you have to click on the sign up link to register. Currently, the e-filing service can be availed by an advocate clerk, public, and a party in person. First, select the advocate option and enter your Bar Council code. One thing that we would like to highlight is that if you are an advocate clerk or a public, you can complete the registration using your mobile number and the OTP sent to that mobile number. After entering your Bar Council code, that is your K number, now you have to enter your email ID. Kindly note that only those advocates who have registered their names at the IT cell in the High Court can successfully complete this sign up. Now enter your mobile number and the verification code shown right below. After entering the verification code, click on the button which shows Verify. Within a few minutes, your verification will be complete. After that, an option showing Get OTP will appear on your screen. Click on the option Get OTP. An OTP will be sent to your mobile number. After entering the OTP, you have to now create a new password. After entering the password, you have to click on the option Register right below. In case you are unable to sign up, because of any technical issue, you can approach the IT cell on the 5th floor of the High Court. Please keep in mind that you can only sign up once. In case you forget your password, there is always an option to reset the password. After successfully completing the sign up procedure, you have to now click on the back to login link. After clicking the back to login button, you will now be redirected to the login page. Now you have to firstly enter your mobile number, then the password that you created, and also the verification code provided right below. Now click on the login button. You will now be redirected to your dashboard. On the left side of the dashboard, you can access your profile, you can apply for certified copies, you can file applications online, you can obtain your case details, access your advocate calendar, and you can also file urgent memos. And other facilities available are also shown on your dashboard. We shall now explain on the online filing facility. Please note that at present only bail applications can be filed using this particular facility. Now click on the online filing option. A list of facilities will appear. On that, click on the new case. A tab showing online filing basic details will appear on your screen. On the online filing basic details tab, you have to fill 4 columns. One is the filing type, where you have to select criminal. Second, the case type, where you have to choose bail application. Now for the subject, you have to again choose bail application. In the sub-subject, you will have 2 options: anticipatory bail and regular bail. For the purpose of this demo, we shall show how to file an anticipatory bail application. After filling all the options, now click on the proceed button. A temporary e-filing number will appear on your screen. There are 17 steps to file a bail application online. Step 1 is to furnish the details of the petitioner. Please note that all the columns where a red asterisk mark is shown has to be compulsorily filled. However, if the non-mandatory fields are also filled, it will make the process of getting instructions from the concerned police station easier. On the first page, you have to mandatorily fill the name of the petitioner, the petitioner's age, gender, address, and PIN code. After filling these details, click on the next button shown on the bottom right side of the page. Now you will be redirected to the second step. In the second step, you have to fill the details of the respondent. For this demo, we are choosing an organization as the respondent. After clicking on the organization button, a tab will appear on the right side. On that tab, you have to select the name of the organization. For this demo, we are selecting the name of the organization as State of Kerala. The only mandatory field in this step are the name of the respondent and the address. We shall show the name of the respondent as State of Kerala represented by Public Prosecutor and the address as State of Kerala represented by Public Prosecutor, High Court of Kerala. After filling these two mandatory fields, click on the next button. Please keep in mind that it is always advisable to fill all the fields. Now you will be redirected to the third step. In the third step, you have the option of providing additional information about the petitioner. In the third step, you can also provide the additional details of all the lawyers appearing on behalf of the petitioner. Only if you provide the names of the additional lawyers will their names appear on the cause list. After providing those details, now you can proceed to the step 4. In the fourth step, you have to provide details with respect to the subordinate court. Please note that none of the fields in this step are mandatory. However, if you have already preferred a bail application before either the subordinate court or the High Court, those details can be provided in this section. Now, you can proceed to the fifth step. In the fifth step, you have to provide the details of the section and the corresponding act involved in the crime. In case you don't know the section or the act, you can give the details within your knowledge. Now we can proceed to the next step. In the sixth step, you have to provide the details with respect to the concerned police station. Now you can see that there are two options available on this page. One is a police challan and the other one is a private complaint. Please note that there are 3 mandatory fields in this step. That is, you have to enter the name of the state, the concerned district, and also the applicable police station code. In this stage, you may also provide the details of the FIR. Now, let us proceed to the next step. In the 7th step, you can provide the details of the additional petitioners or respondents. In this step, the mandatory fields are the type, the name of the additional petitioner or the respondent, the gender, the age, address, and PIN code. After adding the details of the additional petitioners or respondents, now you can proceed to the 8th step. In the 8th step, you have to answer whether you have engaged a senior advocate or not. If yes, you have to provide the details of the senior advocate. Right below this option, you can see the details of the bail application you have already provided. In this stage, you also have to mention 2 things. 1. Whether an earlier application was filed at the High Court or not. 2. Whether final report has been filed by the investigating officer. Please note that in this step, you also have to fill in the details of the offence under IPC that you apprehend. Once you enter the offence under IPC, the concerned chapter and chapter description will appear below. If you are aware of the offence type and the offence against, you can provide those details in this step. Now, you can proceed to the 9th step. In the 9th step, you can upload the annexures or the exhibits. Since we are filing a bail application, you can choose the option annexure. Please note that all the annexures have to be uploaded in the PDF format. You can upload the annexures by providing the description of the annexure. Please note that if you have 5 annexures, you have to upload each annexure separately. You can click on the plus button on the right side to add the annexures. And in case you need to remove an already uploaded annexure, there is also an option to remove. After uploading all the annexures, now you can proceed. In the 10th step, you can provide the prayer that you seek in the bail application. Here you have an option to either type your prayer in the box given, or you can copy the already typed prayer from your Word document and paste it in the box given. After typing the prayer, now you can move to the next step. In the 11th step, you have to provide the details of the statement of facts. As you can see, you have an option of typing your statement of facts, or you can copy your already typed statement of facts and paste it in the box given. You can also see that there are a lot of options to edit, to change your font, the size of the font, etc. provided in the same box. In the 12th step, you have to provide the details with regard to the memo of appearance. In this step also, you have an option to edit. The next step is to type the synopsis. Now, synopsis can also be directly typed in the box, or you can copy it from your Word document and paste it in the space. Please note that from step 1 till step 16, no sign of the petitioner or the advocate on behalf of the petitioner is required. We will explain why it is so in the last step. Now, moving on, the 14th step is on e-payment. You can see on the screen that the number displayed as fee is rupees 10. Please remember that this is only for the purpose of this demo. When you actually file, you will have to pay an amount which will be a total of court fee, advocate welfare fee and clerk welfare fee. Now you can see an amount displayed on the page, and right below there is a button which says proceed to e-treasury. Payment can be made through debit card, credit card, net banking and using UPI ID. In this demo, we will show how to pay using UPI ID. Select on the UPI payment option and select the Proceed to Payment button. After you select the Proceed to Payment button, you will be redirected to another page. On that page, the total amount to be paid will be displayed. Click on the Proceed button shown right below. In the next page, enter your virtual UPI ID and again click on Proceed button. Now you will receive a notification on your phone. You have to complete the payment through your UPI app. And once you complete the payment through the UPI app, you will receive a confirmation like the one shown on the screen. Click on the option Confirm and Submit. Your payment through e-treasury is now complete. Having completed the payment, we will now move on to the next step. In the next step, you have to verify the index. Please see that all the details that we have provided till the last step is displayed on the screen. Please note that an option to edit is available here as well. Now you can click on the next button and go to the next step. In the next step, the docket of the bail application will be displayed. The docket can also be edited. Click on the Save and Draft option first and then click on the next button to proceed to the next step. This is the last step to complete filing a bail application online. Kindly note that in case your power supply or internet connection is lost while filing, all that you have done till step 15 will be saved in the Draft Cases tab shown on the left side of the screen. You can always access the incomplete file and complete it. Now, in the 17th step, you can see an option, Get OTP for verification. You have to click on that option. Then an OTP will be sent to your mobile number. That OTP should be entered in the box given on the right side. After you enter the OTP, you will also see a display button showing affirmation. You have to click on that button to complete the step. Please remember that when you click affirmation, it is like an undertaking to state that all that is stated in the pleadings are true facts and also that the annexures marked are true copies of the original. Only when you click the affirmation button, the last step will be completed. After you click on the button showing affirmation, a watermark will automatically appear on all the pages of the bail application. Now, press on the Finish button displayed on the bottom right side of the screen. After selecting the Finish button, a copy of your file will be sent online to the registry. The most important feature of e-filing is that you need not give a hard copy of the application either to the respondent counsel or to the registry. If there are no defects in the application filed, a copy of the bail application will be sent to the respondent online by the registry. As we already mentioned, in case your power supply or internet connection was lost while filing, all that you have done till step 15 will be saved in the Draft Cases tab shown on the left side of the screen. You can click and access the draft from the Draft Cases option as shown on the screen. You can click on the green button on the right side and continue your editing. Please keep in mind that the editing can only be done up till the stage of OTP verification. After you enter the OTP and verify, a soft copy will be sent to the registry and any editing that you do will not be available to them. Now, we will see what is to be done if there are defects in our file. On the left side of the screen, you will be able to see an option, Online Filing. Once you click on that, 5 options will drop down. You have to select the option Defected Cases. After selecting that option, a page as visible on the screen right now will be displayed. The details of all the cases and the defects will be shown there. After selecting that option, a page as visible on the screen will be displayed. The details of all the cases and the defects will be shown there. If you have cured the defect and resubmitted, a comment resubmitted in red color will be shown as seen on the screen. You can select the green button on the right side and see what the defect is. From there, you can also go to the page where the defect is. For this demo, the defect noted is date not given. Select the defect and you can go to the concerned page and cure the defect. If you have any objection with regard to the defect noted, you can type the objection in the remarks column and click on the option Cure Defect. Defect cured cases can be accessed from the option Defect Cured Cases shown on the left side. Cases filed and numbered by the registry can be accessed from the option My Cases, which is also shown on the left side. Instead of the filing number as seen now on the screen, when you file, the actual case number will be displayed. If you select the action button, you can see all the details provided with regard to that case. In the final version of this e-filing, you will also be given an option to print the details so that if you want, a printout can be taken to maintain a hard record. As a first time in India, certified copies of judgments or orders passed by the High Court of Kerala can now be applied online. You can apply for certified copies and pay for it online through the option shown on the dashboard. You can access the certified copies also from the dashboard. Please note that only filing is made online. All cases filed online will be listed normally and will be heard in the open court. In case of any doubt, you can always access the E-Seva Kendra, which is set up on the ground floor of the High Court complex. In case of any technical difficulty with regard to signing up, you can also approach the IT cell, which is on the 5th floor of the High Court. We hope that this demo was useful. Thank you all for your patient listening.